What's going on, YouTube? It's about that time again. Now we tuned in to Reality Talk, and we're gonna listen to Value 95 on Reality Talk. Extortion. Before we get this started, I would like to say thank you for tuning in to Reality Talk. Give me your feedback about this. Like and subscribe to this. Hit the notification bell when you stay notified when I drop out a new one. Hit the thumbs up, you agree. Hit the thumbs down, you disagree. And you can catch me on Instagram on Real Talk 100. So let's get this started. Now, I'm going to tell you one thing about extortion. Some don't know what it means, and some do with it, and some know what extortion means. Now, extortion is when a person sells, and when a person sells food, dope, drugs, anything, then you got a person gonna come up to you, want something from you, because if you in a territory for, it's mostly gang territory. Now, if you're in a gang territory and you're not a known person in the gang territory and you decide you want to set up shop, they gonna ask you first. They're gonna talk to you, and they're gonna want you to give them taxes for selling over there. Now, a bunch of Hispanic gangs does this a lot. And they, for example, let me give you an example. It was over there right over there by the old block. And I live right next to it where it happened. It was this Hispanic guy was selling food, like tacos, burritos. They had parties over there and all this. And some gangbangers and a gangbanger guy approached him and wanted him to pay him taxes to serve in the neighborhood, because they don't know each other, because they run the whole neighborhood. And people know each other, and they've been over there for a long time. And he refused. So I don't know what kind of deal they had going. I don't know what kind of deal they had changed up or whatever. They had some type of agreement, some type of deal. He wanted this guy to pay him taxes to sell food over there. And he got scared. He refused. And when he left and came back, now they had the older guy wanted this man executed. And that same night, when he's standing over, they know him and everything, but wanted him to pay taxes of selling food in their neighborhood. Now, when the deal went down, he got out the car. One of them got out the car and killed him for refusing to. But remember, he went to the police and said they was harassing him. And here's another event. Same thing with the vendors. This guy, it happened at Westlake. Over there with all the junkies and stuff over there. Now, they went over there and wanted taxes and want $50 a week from these vendors. And they kept messing with them people. He refused. So when they moved elsewhere, they sent the hitter out and execute this guy. And messed around. I don't know if they hit a baby, a baby or whatever. Yeah, I think they hit a baby and killed this baby. And this all behind you not paying taxes, and it's called extortion. Now, sometimes when you go run a liquor store or whatever, and you got gangbangers hanging out, sometimes you pay those gangbangers. They pay those gangbangers to keep other people off of them. That'll run people that run unknown intruders away, because you never know what's going to happen out there. I'm gonna tell you again, when you run business in these type of neighborhoods, like you selling food off the truck, and you go over there, then you gonna have a person come up to you, want you to give them money, and that's not what it's supposed to be. And some Hispanics refuse. Some Hispanics refuse because they made that money for their kids to eat, and so they can have a better future ahead of them. Then you got some of them just gonna give it to them to keep them off of you. And this is an everyday routine. Same thing with African Americans. Now, selling dope in another neighborhood is a big no-no. You gonna have, that's a must. That's mandatory. You got to pay them if you selling dope. And these niggas ain't making no money, and you selling dope, and you not from that turf, you not from that neighborhood. Shoot, and they find out, nigga, they coming, and they want to collect. They want you. For example, you give them $500. Some of them charge you $500 a week. Some of them charge you $2,000 a month just to sell dope in that neighborhood, just to set up shop in that neighborhood. This is what I've been trying to say in business. Business, it's like it's a 24-hour thing. And same thing with MacArthur Park. When all those people running those businesses and running those stores and all this, you gonna have a person gonna go out there gonna ask for money. Hit the like button. They're gonna go out there and want to ask you if you, and they're gonna talk, and they're gonna want you to pay them in order to stay over here to sell. Now, you can refuse if you want to. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, they're gonna send the hitter out there to get you, because you're gonna go tell, oh, we went up there, Chinchip, he refused. And guess what he's gonna do? He's gonna send a hitter out there, and you're gonna have to do it. If you fail that mission, they will get you. They will get the hitter if that hitter fail. And they're gonna go out there and they're gonna put bodily harm to you. This is the same thing with the mafia. And it's all tied up with the mafia. And they all tied with the Mexican mafia. Because if they ask you if you set up shop, if you refuse to give taxes, they can charge you $100. That's why sometimes it's best to go out the neighborhood. If you're gonna go to a main event, you can go to a main event, do a soccer game, basketball game, a hockey game. If you're gonna go out there with you want to get your little vending truck over there, you can do all that. But you do not want to go into a neighborhood that's known by gangs. Because they will ask you, and they're gonna approach you and ask you to give them taxes in order to sell. Because they runs that neighborhood, they runs that whole block, and they've been known around that block. And when you go over there and trying to sell, and you trying to get the power, it's not gonna happen, because they're gonna ask you to give taxes. Anyway, this guy happened some years ago. He got killed for refusing to give up $50 in income tax to the gang. $50 a week. This happened. This stuff really happened. Like, if you go to an unknown neighborhood and you set up shop and they ain't got no money, what make you think they're gonna let you? Oh, I know the guy. It's not. You gonna have another person that not gonna know you, and they're gonna ask you for it. You gotta be a member. You gotta be known. You gotta be living in that neighborhood for years. You gotta know everybody in order to get a pass by selling and setting up shop in that neighborhood. And it all happened. And so many people died and got murdered behind extortion. It ain't gotta be, it could be anywhere in the United States. When niggas ain't got no money in the hood, everything get dry in the hood. Everything get dry in the hood. And you the only one eating. And them other people ain't eating, and you not from over there. What you think is going to happen? First, they're gonna send a person over. They're gonna send one person over to talk to that person and told that person, hey, look, Wooty Woo said that he wants this, that, and third. He wants 500. We'll put that for example, 500. You got to 1 week to come up with that $500. Money that you don't even have. Or if you got about 2,000, you got 1 week to come up with that money to pay those people. If you ain't got that money, then something's gonna happen to you. Now, I don't know what kind of deal they had. I know they was talking and made some type of deal. He said, I'm gonna pay you, I'm gonna pay you. And this is the only place I got over here, and I don't have nowhere else, and I'm gonna pay you, dude. And he probably did promise he's gonna pay his taxes to a local gang. For real. From a local gangbanger. And you notice everything. You know what life is. Where you can go get you a regular job. People don't want to get no job. People got paperwork that they can't able to work, so they have to set up shop. They have to learn. They have to get the talent from their own money they gonna spend to get that talent. Hit the like button. So, and you got that talent, so you going out there, you bought a bunch of meat, you know people, you know other people was gonna give you the deal with all the meat. You get you a lot of chicken, a lot of pork, beef, lamb, and y'all go out there and get you one of them big taco trucks. They save money to get that. They clean it real good, make it nice, and set up. People be setting up on the corners. And they help. Now, I've been to those taco stands many a times. And over there. And that's why they set up around 6 or 7 o'clock. And they be up all the way to 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. And they close. And here comes those people. They come for tax. They talking to them, and they're talking Spanish. But I know exactly what they're talking about. They want something from you that let you serve over there, and you get some protection too. On top of that, you get protection. You see the difference? They pay some vendors pay these gangbangers for protection, so you won't get robbed, so nobody else won't come up to you and try to tell you to give up taxes. So that's what extortion is. Extortion is basing on deals, giving them money and taxes in order to sell over there, in order to have protection, so you won't get robbed. Or if it's a health department, or if it's ICE or whoever, somebody coming, then you got enough time. They'll give you heads up, and you have enough time to wrap everything up, and close and go. Hit the like button. So you close up and you go, because they have a police, They have a trash can and the health department all together. And they will throw all that stuff in the trash. And I've seen it happen a couple of times. I see it happen a couple of times, a few times. This ain't the first time this happened. It happened a couple of times. They went, they had one down the street. They went and did one down the street. One by we stay at, and they did one, I think it's one, I don't know if it was over and around the corner. They was setting up taco stands all over South LA. And you go over there and get that good taco, that good burrito, it be good too. And they got a tender to make sure you come back. And I mean, I'm telling you for the facts. Get you a couple of them good burritos for $12, $11, whatever. But I know burritos used to be $5 once upon a time, years ago. But the only thing is, you gonna have somebody over there gonna push that issue about paying taxes from a local gang. And I hate that. Nobody shouldn't have to go through that. You giving somebody you don't even know money to keep them off of you. Same thing in these different neighborhoods, different territories, different areas. Because you got a lot of people, you got goes over there, and you got them intruders go, unknown people go over there too. That's why they have it on lock. Money lock things up. Money keep people off of you. Money protects you from the intruders not to come over there. This is what extortion is. And people end up getting killed for refusing to take the extortion. They refuse. And they end up with the jail for it. And they had those, one of those things that you got to have a gun, carry a gun with you, because when you out there in these streets, you at nighttime, and nighttime it be people who go out there and try to do something and put body harm to other people, to other gangs, other rival gangs. Let me give you a story. It's happened. I think it happened about a couple, like last year, 2025. It was a guy who was standing by a taco stand buying the taco. Happened 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. Somebody pulled up on him and they shot him and killed him, unalive him. He was pronounced dead. They had to close the taco stand. They had to close. Because when you go to those taco stands, like I said again, they open like 6 o'clock. Right now, they open right now. Sun go up, the moon go up, and it's like late night. Because you got someone will tell on you. Someone will tell the health department, oh, he's selling over there, he ain't got no license, da-da-da. You got some gangbangers will snitch, will tell the health department on you. If you don't give them what they need when they ask you for it. But mostly, it's gonna end with murder. Because I ain't never see a gangbanger tell on somebody over refuse giving up extortion money. It's mostly 90% of the murders going on behind extortion. A lot of people get burned behind extortion because you have the right to refuse. If they keep messing with you, I'm gonna go tell whoop-de-whoop. And they want you to give them, and they want you to share with the neighborhood. What? All the money, I'm putting my blood, sweat, and tears, and I'm saving this money for a long time to get this truck. I gotta save money for a long time to get all this food. And here come another person come up and tell you got to give them taxes and give them the storage. You got to give them $200, $300 a week. Shit. I don't think so. I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to have to get it in blood. And that's what some opponents have to be. And that's what them people, some of them people going to say. They're going to say, you're going to have to get it in blood. And that's what they going to tell you. Some of them people that works in those environments. And that's what I'm telling you. And I'll tell you, they did. And they got it in blood. A couple of those people ran those businesses, got it in blood. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you, it's a do or die risk situation. It's a do or die risk. Everything you're doing, running a business, is a risk. These are dangerous jobs. Being a repo man, it's a risk. Being a correctional officer, it's a risk. Being a police officer, it's a risk. Working at a bank, it's a risk. Because somebody might not want to come in and rob you. What else is a risk? Everything sports is a risk. Everything is a risk because you got to figure out how to get the ball in the net. Being a delivery driver, it's a risk because people got killed. And not too long ago, back home, two teens got shot at, and they delivery drivers because a hamburger was missing. Jobs, sometimes these jobs can be a little risky. Working on tall buildings, a window cleaner, it's a risk because you got to go all the way on top of the 70th floor to wipe the windows. Sometimes being a construction worker, it's a risk. Everything sometimes can be risky. Working around psychotic people and these psych doctors are risky, very risky. Everything you do is a risk compared to the stuff you doing on the corner. And here comes some other gangbanger, somebody come to you, talk about you give me $400 a week. And then you refuse, and he gonna bring his hitters out to the key. Hit the like button. It happens. It happens. It happens. It happens in front of the house 6 years ago. 2020. I was figuring out what I was figuring out then. What happened to the old house? They got a new house up there. The new duplex apartments is up there. And I want to figure out why those up there. And come find out it was a Hispanic guy got killed over extortion. Right there on that corner. And they demolished everything after it happened. Everything is risky. That's why sometimes it's best to do it. It's best to go to work and use that as a side job. Like if you want to go out there on main events like the soccer game, football games, and all that, go out there. Or you can go out there to the beach. You go out there to the beach and sell your little food. You go out there by the Staples Center, or you go by the main places and sell your stuff right there. That's all. And then now, once upon a time, this 62-year-old woman got jumped on. This 19-year-old bitch, black bitch, gonna tell her you ain't got no permit to sell food, and she's trying to start some shit with this woman. Woman defend herself, and she gonna run and jump on this woman. knock her food over and everything. And I'm glad he locked her ass up. Oh, she never get out. Because you wrong. That could be somebody's grandmother. Imagine that grandmother had gang banging kids. Imagine that. That bitch would not see the light of day. She would not see tomorrow. She would not gonna see tomorrow. They would make an example out of her ass. Imagine, because you got all them older women, you might have kids into the gang, homie. And then here go somebody doing something to your mama. They coming. I'm telling you right now, they coming. And the motherfuckers around, they wouldn't beat their ass. Even though they ain't got nothing to do with it, they was there. They would do something to them. That's how serious it is. You gonna jump on this woman because she couldn't follow your commands, and she ain't got to show you her damn permit. What the hell wrong with you? She ain't got to show you. She don't have to show you a dang on thing. Y'all don't do nothing. Y'all lazy. You niggas don't do nothing. Y'all lazy. You can't see another person taking your place. You mad now. You so concerned. You weren't concerned before. Come on now. So for real, leave those people alone. Because you never know. They may have kids. They may have somebody's in a gang. Might be from a Mexican mafia. It could be from any gang. And they will cut her ass in pieces. That's somebody's mama. You better get it together. That's somebody's mama. They will cut your little ass in pieces. So I'm glad she's locked up. I hope she never get out. So anyway, I'm gonna tell you right now about the extortion. The extortion is real. It's do is this. If you see something, if that person said they're trying to take, just move somewhere else. Don't stay in one spot. Move further down. Move out of that area and go somewhere else and sell that stuff. You ain't gotta go far. You can go somewhere where they don't have to be bothering you. Because they want money from you. They want you to give them taxes. They want to tax them. And then they had a meeting behind that before. That's why I couldn't do that type of job. I couldn't do that type of job. And these vendors, and they talking at these vendors, like when the person's selling ice cream or selling tamales, when they have a tamale out there, they ain't got to do that. They ain't got to give you a damn thing. Stay safe out there. So thank you for watching Reality Talk.